जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्णा। विशेष रूप से भारतवर्ष में
Hare Krishna, especially for Bharatvarsh, in our Sanatan or eternal Dharma, 5 demigods are primarily worshipped, which is usually addressed as Panchadeva Upasana, that is, worshipping 5 deities. So, in the worship of these 5 deities, we have Devadidev Mahadev, that is Lord Shiva, then Lord Vishnu, Durga Devi, and one demigod who is the most popular wherever you go. He is always accompanying you, that is the sun god or Bhaskar. In our Hindu or Vedic religion, these are the 5 predominant deities. The sun god or Surya Dev, who is the master of all the constellations, stars, planets, etc. And according to his movement, we have Uttarayan or Dakshinayan. And all these constellations are, or planetary positions are decided. Lord Sun God or Surya Dev, when he enters Mesh or Tula, that is Libra, then day and night became equal. And Vrish Adi, other 5 planets, it gradually becomes smaller and smaller. Lord Sun God, when enters Vrishik and the other 5 planets, then constellations, then the day becomes bigger day by day. So in the moon sign of Vrishya, etc., the days become shorter, and in others, the day becomes longer. So when the sun starts shifting to Uttarayan, that is, it starts moving towards the north, then the days become longer and the nights become shorter. Sun circumambulates the mountain, and its circumference is 9 crore, that is 9 crore 51,000 yojana. The movement of the sun has 4 puris. In the east of Meru Parvat, there is a kingdom of King Indra. Then in the south, we have the Yamloka, and in the north is Vibhavari Puri, while in the west is the smaller demigods. So when the sun circumambulates this circumference, then it gives light and rays to all these four. The chariot of Lord Sun, on which he travels, is considered to be comprised of Vedas, that is Vedmai. In one Muhurta, that is 45 minutes to be precise, 34 lakh 8,000 yojanas is the speed of this chariot. And these four puris are circumambulated by him. The one wheel of the chariot is called Samvatsar. And the wheel spokes are called the Vedas. And the center of the wheel portray as the three Vedas or seasons. So its first one head is on Meru Parvat and the other is on Mansotar mountain. And what is the place of sitting there? It is 36 lakh yojanas long and 24,000 wide. And his chauffeur is Arun. So, you know who is Arun? He is the elder brother of Garurji. He is the son of Vinita. So the charioteer for Sun Lord is Arun Dev. And if someone comes on a motorbike, whether you will be able to see the motorist or the person who is sitting behind. So first we have the darshan of Arun, and then we can see the sun god. The sun god has 60,000 munis who walk in front of him and always chant mantras. So you might be thinking why I'm telling you all this in detail. In Srimad Bhagavatam, the 5th canto, the cosmic world is described by Shukdev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. And in that description, Sri Shukdev Goswami describes the planet sun or the loka of sun god, and he describes his chariot. So this might be new for you, as sun is a planet. Similarly, Shishuman also is a planet, and the Shishumar planet is the eternal form of Lord Vishnu. So, similar, especially for yogis, they are aware of the Shishumar and they know about the poses, etc. So we are listening to the benefit of reading or listening to Bhagavatam. So the 16th Shrutifal, so far we have heard 15. So in the 16th, it is said, that this sun planet and the description of Shishumar, etc. So this Shishumar chakra is the so this is the form of the all the constellations, planets, etc. And if someone recites about this, then a person who listens to this can be relieved of all the sins. So this is the benefit of listening to this pastime of Srimad Bhagavatam. To destroy all our sins, we should listen to the pastimes of Shishumar and all the constellations and planets. So this is in the 5th canto, 23rd chapter, and this verse is 5.23.9. So you might see in this verse, the word papam, papam is repeated twice. So this is a special verse because here papam word is repeated because in Sanskrit this is considered to be a shortcoming to repeat a word is an error, but still not caring about it, Sri Shukdev Goswami is saying this papam in the second line, first verse, and concludes the fourth line with papam. So twice he has used this word. And the special reasoning behind that is that for certainty and for surety, without any doubt, someone can destroy all their sins. How? So, Graha, Ruksha, Nakshatra, and Tara. That is planets, stars, and planets. So, Shishumar is also a planet like Sun. And by just remembering about this and reading about the past times, all our sins can be destroyed. Then in the third line, he says, so if we bow down or prostrate in front or we remember this planet, then Nashyat Papam, that is, all the sins will be destroyed. And in between there is a word Tatkal. Tatkal means immediately. At the same moment, immediately all the sins will be destroyed by just listening to the pastimes of Shishumar. So the description of sun, Shishumar, etc. is in detail, great detail in Canto 5. But I'm just giving you an introduction because this is the Shrutifal that if we listen to this pastime, then this planet Shishumar Chakra, all our sins will be destroyed. So what exactly is this Shishumar? So this might be something new for you, but you all are aware of the Saptrishi or the 7 sages. In the sky, we have these 7 sages who shine as 7 stars, and you're aware of the Dhruv Tara or the North Star. So the sun keeps on revolving and he keeps on changing his position. Even sun changes his position because it also revolves. Even earth revolves. So all these circumambulate in the universe, but two things are fixed, that is Dhruvloka or the North Star and the seven sages or the seven constellations. So they never change their position. Therefore, in scriptures, the position of other planets is always measured or judged by keeping in mind this or taking a reference of this North Star or the seven constellations, because these two are the only thing that are fixed while others keep on revolving. So the seven stars or constellations in the sky, and we are 13,000 lakh yojana above these seven constellations is the North Star or Dhruvloka. And it is the abode, eternal abode of the Lord. And in this Dhruvloka, Dhruv Maharaj resides there eternally, permanently. If you want to meet him, then you can go and visit him. So this Dhruvloka, let me tell you some magnificence of this. So if you want to circumambulate, this is being circumambulated by Indradev and Kashyap Muni and fire god, etc. circumambulate this loka. And it is always constant, and all the constellations and move around it. So this is the description of Dhruvaloka or North Star. So we want to listen about Shishumar, because here the glory is of Shishumar to destroy all our sin. We should listen to the pastimes of or remember the Shishumar pastime. So what exactly is Shishumar? Above there is an astrological wheel that is dependent on the material energy of the Lord or the external potency of the Lord. So this Shishumar is in the shape of a snake, but here it is vice versa, because the snake's head is on the top and the tail is below, but here it is vice versa. So his tail is on the top, and on that is Dhruvloka or the North Star. And in the middle is the Prajapati demigods like Indra, fire god, etc. And in the root is the position of Dhata and Vidhata. And in the middle are the Saptarishis. So in the torso position are the Saptarishis. So from Pushya till Uttarashad and the 14 constellations of Dakshinayan, they are situated in the right hand side. And on the head is Agastya, and on the chin is Yamraj, and his mouth is Mercury, and Shani in his torso part, and on his chest or parallel to his chest we have Sun God, and in his heart is Lord Narayan, and in his heart is Lord Moon, and his bosoms is Ashwini Kumar, and in his ear is Pan, and on his neck is Rahu, and on his limbs is Ketu, and in the goosebumps are the stars. And this Shishumar is the divine form of the Lord. So this is a small introduction of Shishu, which can be discussed in 7 days Katha, but
स्वयं ही श्रीमद् भागवत के पंचम स्कंध में 23वें अध्याय में
you can yourself
शिशुमार का वर्णन है
in from the 5th canto to the 23rd, 5th canto, 23rd chapter, you can read and remember this. So, and if someone listens about the same, then, or if someone recites or reads the pastimes of this creation of the cosmic world, all their sins will be destroyed. So here, even the hell is being described here by Srila Shukdev Goswami. Although this hellish planets is below the earth or Prithvi and 99,000 yojana far from Garbhodakshai Oceana. So Shukdev Goswami says that a person who sins, he enters this hellish planets, and whatever sin he has done, he has to undergo the punishment for the same. And if someone wants to escape this punishment or hell, then in their human life, they should worship and perform devotional service and chant the glories of the holy names of the Lord. Then they can avoid going to these hellish planets. So, in essence, this can relieve us from all our sins, and through the medium of this pastime, can save us from going to the hellish planets as well. So this is the another Shrutifal. So let's chant the glories of the holy name and relieve ourselves of our sins and progress on the path of devotional service. And let's do some congregational chanting, and then we will proceed further to listen more about the same.
जय गोपी चित चोर प्रभो, जय गोपी चित चोर प्रभो, जय जय माखन चोर, जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित भगवत कथा अनुरागी
Hare Krishna, I welcome all the loving devotees of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the attendees devotees. I welcome with warm regards the mellowful senior devotees. I also extend my warm welcome and gratitude to all of you who have joined through the medium of Facebook, YouTube, Govind TV, etc. All the listeners and in particular with their loving heart to attain the love of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the organizer of this beautiful Katha, the residents of Atlanta, US, Padma Mataji, Sadhu Marga Prabhu, and Bhavna Mataji, Nimesh Bhai, and the whole family, the Lee's family, Manila, Madhuben, and all Diesel,
जस्टिन,
Jigna, Justin, Lily,
और
etc.
भावना माता और मिनेश भाई के सुपुत्र ओम
Bhavna
और
Mata and
माधव,
Mishji's Putra, Om and
आप
Madhav.
सभी भक्तों का
I welcome you all
श्रीमद् भागवत कथा के
on the fifth
पंचम
day
एवं अंतिम
of the
दिवस
Srimad
में
Bhagavatam
पुनः
and the
एक बार
concluding
हार्दिक स्वागत
day.
एवं
I welcome you all
आप सबके
and
चरणों में
please
दंडवत
accept
प्रणाम।
our humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
श्रीमद् भागवत सॉरी राधे श्याम
Radhe Shyam.
श्रीमद् भागवत श्रुति फल
Srimad Bhagavatam Shruti
भागवत के
Fal.
श्रुति फल को हम सब श्रवण कर रहे हैं।
We all are listening to
सो ये
the
श्रुति फल
Shruti Fal of
फल
Srimad
रूप
Bhagavatam, or the fruits
हम
of
सब ने सुनेंगे।
listening to
आइए
Srimad Bhagavatam.
श्रीमद्
So
भागवत
far
के
we have discussed
16वां श्रुति
16.
फल
So let's listen to the
भक्ति
17th
योग।
glory. And
इस कथा
it's
के
a coincidence that
कारुण्य
during this Katha,
तो
the
माता जी ही है,
organizers
माता भावना
are
माता।
primarily Mataji, Padma Mataji,
और
and
ये
Bhavna Mataji,
17वां श्रुति
respectively.
फल जो है
And the
विशेष रूप
17th
से
fruit
श्री
is
सुखदेव गोस्वामी
specially
माताओं के लिए, स्त्रियों के
is
लिए
has
बताए
been
गए हैं।
spoken by Srila Shukdev Goswami,
इस
especially for women.
श्रुति फल का नाम है
So this
स्त्री
Shruti
सुख।
Fal is Tri
स्त्रियों
Sukh.
को, माताओं को यदि सुख चाहिए,
If the
आनंद
mothers
चाहिए,
want to be happy,
माताओं को यदि आनंद चाहिए, तो ये बहुत
then
सुंदर श्रुति
this is
फल
a
का वर्णन
beautiful
किया गया है।
Shruti Fal has been described.
अब माताओं का आनंद वास्तव में क्या होता है?
So what actually is the pleasure of
स्त्रियों
women?
को वास्तव में देखा जाए तो अपने
In
सुख
re-
की परवाह नहीं
in
होती।
essence, women don't care about their happiness
मैं इस पर थोड़ा सा
or
विचार कर
comfort.
रहा था।
I was
इस
contemplating
दुनिया
on
में
this. In
यदि
this whole
कैलकुलेशन
world,
किया जाए
if we calculate
तो पुरुषों की मात्रा में
in
स्त्रियों के
comparison
जीवन में
to
अधिक दुख होता
the
है।
men, women face more
दुख तो
distress
पुरुषों
and
को भी
trouble.
होता है,
Although even men
लेकिन
have
थोड़ा सा
distresses,
कंपैरिजन
but
किया जाए
if we compare these two,
तो पुरुषों से अधिक दुख
then
स्त्रियों के जीवन में देखा गया है।
women have more
आप देखिए,
troubles than men.
जन्म होते
You
ही,
see,
आजकल तो जमाना बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन एक
although
ऐसा
the
जमाना हुआ
world is
करता था कि
better.
जब किसी
So
बेटी का
previously there
जन्म
were
होता
some
था
times, or in
तो
the
माता
ancient
पिता
times,
बेचारे
when the
उतर जाते
girl
थे कि
used
लो
to be
बेटी
born
क्या
in a
क्या
home,
करना
the
पड़ेगा,
parents used to
करके
get
क्या
worried
करेंगे।
that they have to
जन्म से
marry
ही
their daughters off, etc. Since their birth,
बेटों को लाड लड़ाए जाते हैं और बेटियों की इतनी परवाह नहीं होती।
the sons are being well
फिर
taken
जब
care of
बेटी बड़ी
and
होती
girls are
है
ignored. But when the girl
तो जिस
attains
परिवार में उसका जन्म
maturity
हुआ, लाड
and
प्यार हुआ,
the family where they have born,
अपनों को छोड़कर पराये घर में चले जाना होता है।
and she leaves everything behind and
इवन
goes to an
स्त्री और पुरुष का विवाह होता है
unknown home.
और
When
जब
a man
संस्कार
and
की
woman get
पूर्ति का
married,
समय आता है
and at the time of giving
तो
birth,
9 महीने तक
she
एक स्त्री के
carries
पेट में ही वो
the
बालक
child,
पलता है।
nourishes it in her
उसे
womb for
दुख
9
वेदना
months.
सहन करनी
She
पड़ती है।
faces
इवन उस संतान को
intolerable
दूध पिलाना,
pain
खिलाना, उनका
and
पूरा देखभाल
while
ख्याल
giving
रखना,
birth,
ये सब
and
कुछ एक
after that
स्त्री
to
ही
take
करती है।
care of all these, and
लेकिन
this
उस
all
बेटे
is
के पीछे
taken
नाम
care by
किसका
the
लगता
women.
है?
But who
उसके बाप का।
last name he
स्त्री की
carries?
महिमा
He
देखिए,
carries the
सारा
last name of
बलिदान, सारा समर्पण,
the
सब
father.
कुछ
So all the
उसी की करती है।
sacrifices are done
और
by
नाम
the
किसका
women
है?
folk,
पुरुष का।
but the name or the credit
फिर
goes
भी
to the
स्त्रियां
man of the
प्रसन्न
home.
रहती हैं कि
But
चलो
still
बेटी
the
हुई है।
women becomes happy.
फिर आगे चलकर यदि उनके
And
पति को
if
कोई दुर्गति हो गई तब भी
there
स्त्री के
is
हृदय में
some
कष्ट होता है।
trouble in the
मैं ये
husband's
कह रहा हूँ
life, then she gets
कि
trouble
दुख तो
too.
सभी जगह
So
पर है,
the
लेकिन तारतम्य की दृष्टि से देखा जाए तो स्त्रियों का
unhappiness
कष्ट
is
जो पीड़ा
everywhere,
है
but
उतना
the
पुरुषों
distress
के जीवन
in
में नहीं है।
the life of women is far
और
more
स्त्री का
severe than the life of a man, and the actual pain is not for themselves.
स्त्री को ये चिंता नहीं होती मुझे अच्छा खाने को नहीं मिला।
She is not worried that whether she will get good
जब किसी स्त्री
things to
को अच्छे
eat.
से अच्छा भोजन मिलता है या कोई
When
अच्छी
she
वस्तु
gets
मिलती है,
something good,
या तो उसको पहले अपने पति की याद आती है या
then
फिर
she
अपने
remembers her husband
वो
or her
सोचती है
son,
ये चीज मेरे पति को मिली होती तो अच्छा था, या
and she
फिर
thinks,
यदि बेटा
had
बेटी है तो ये जो
my
मुझे सबसे
husband
अच्छी
or my
चीज मिली है
children would
ये
have
मेरे
got, this
बेटे
would
को
have
मिली
been
होती
better.
तो अच्छा। वो अपने लिए नहीं सोचती।
So she doesn't think about herself.
और स्त्री का वास्तविक दुख
And the actual
अपने
pain
लिए नहीं,
of a woman is
अपने
not
पति
for
के लिए,
herself,
अपने
but
बच्चों के
for
लिए
her
होता है।
husband and her
अब
children.
यहाँ तो वैष्णव समाज, भक्त समाज
So
है।
here we are
भक्त
in
समाज में यदि हम देखें तो
the
कभी कभी पूर्व जन्म
life,
के संस्कार
we are
वश
sitting with amongst the devotees. So
सत्संगति
maybe
के कारण
because of the
कभी कभी माताएं
previous
स्त्रियां
life,
भगवान
sometimes
की भक्ति
women
में जुड़ जाती हैं,
attach
साधना
themselves to the
करती हैं,
devotional
भक्ति
service
करती हैं।
and start performing, practicing devotional
उनके
service.
संस्कार वश
And
या पूर्व
sometimes
जन्म के कुछ
because
ऐसे
of
गहरे
their
और बुरे कर्म वश वो अपने
contamination in the
पुत्र
past
की
life,
भजन नहीं कर सकते, भक्ति
and
नहीं कर
their
सकते,
children
या उनके
are
पति
unable to
भक्ति नहीं
do
कर
so,
सकते,
or their
तो
husbands are
सारी
unable to
चिंता
do
सारा
so,
टेंशन उस
then
स्त्री पर
all the
चला जाता
worry and anxiety is
कि भाई मुझे तो भक्ति मिल
for
गई,
the
मैं
women.
तो कुछ
She thinks that
राम
I
कृष्ण
have
को
got
समझ पा
devotional
रही हूँ,
service, I'm
मेरे
trying to
गोविंद को
understand
सब
the
मिल रहा
Lord,
है,
and I have some faith,
लेकिन मेरे बच्चों का क्या होगा,
but what will happen to
मेरे
my
पति
kids?
का क्या होगा, मेरे
What will
पेरेंट्स का
happen
क्या
to my
होगा।
husband and family,
पुरुष को
parents,
तो केवल क्या
etc.?
चिंता होती है, पत्नी और बच्चे। स्त्री को तो
The
एक तो अपने पति,
man
अपने
has
बच्चे, अपने सास ससुर और
worries,
दूसरा अपने माँ बाप,
or the
और
man
यही दोनों की
worries
भी चिंता
for
होती है, डबल डबल
his
चिंता है।
children and wife, but the wife has to
मैं
worry
आपको
about
ये
her
कह रहा हूँ
parents, their
कि
family,
ये
and
स्त्री
her
के
own
जीवन में
family as
अनेकों
well.
प्रकार के दुख
So
चिंता
there
होती
are
है,
so many types of
लेकिन
distresses in
स्त्री को
women's
ये
life,
सारे दुखों से मुक्ति मिल सकती है।
and she can get relieved of
इस
all
स्त्री
these
की ये सारी
distresses.
मनोकामना पूर्ण हो
So all the
सकती है
desires of the women folk
यदि
can be
श्रीमद् भागवत में
fulfilled if in Srimad
छठे स्कंद
Bhagavatam,
के 19वें अध्याय की
6th
कथा
canto, 19th chapter is read or recited
एक
or
व्रत
heard.
श्रीमद् भागवत में बताया
So
गया
there is a
जिसे हम
fasting
कहते
that
हैं
is shared
पुंसवन व्रत,
in Srimad Bhagavatam that is called Punsavan
लगभग
Vrat,
ये व्रत 3 महीने का होता है।
and it is for
यदि कोई
almost three
स्त्री
months. And
ये
if a
व्रत
woman
रखे तब तो अच्छी बात है, यहाँ तो ये
fasts
कहा जा
for these
रहा
three
है
months, but here
कि
it is
इस
said,
व्रत की कथा सुन ले।
just by listening to the pastime
ये
of this
पुंसवन जो व्रत है,
fast, that is
ये
Punsavan Vrat,
पुंसवन व्रत की कोई कथा सुन लेता है तो वह स्त्री अपनी
then
सारी
that woman
मनोकामना पूर्ण कर सकती है।
can fulfill all her desire,
किसी भी प्रकार की मनोकामना, भौतिक या आध्यात्मिक, अपने
whether
बच्चों के हृदय को
material or
भगवत में
spiritual,
लगाना,
whether they
अपने
want to
पति को
have,
भक्ति में लगाना, जो भी है
whether they
आध्यात्मिक
have a
भौतिक,
desire to
परिवार स्वस्थ
get
रहे,
their
सुखी
children
रहे,
in spiritualism
ये
or
सारी
for
कामनाएं
material opulence of the
श्री सुखदेव
family,
गोस्वामी
all
बताते
can
हैं।
be achieved. That is what Srila
मानो
Shukdev
महाराज
Goswami
परीक्षित
mentioned.
ने पूछा कि
If
ऐसी
Parikshit Maharaj
किसी की कामना
asks,
पूर्ण हुई,
has
कोई एग्जाम्पल
someone's
है?
desire
बोले हाँ।
fulfilled? Do you have any
क्या
analogy or
एग्जाम्पल है?
example for the same? So who is that?
अब सुखदेव गोस्वामी एग्जाम्पल दे रहे
Then
हैं तो
Shukdev Goswami gives an
दीति
example
का एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं।
of
दीति
Diti.
कौन?
Who is
जो
Diti?
असुरों की माता है।
She is the mother of the demons.
अच्छा आदमी व्रत रखे और उसे फल मिले
So if a
तो
good
ठीक लगता है,
person
लेकिन
gets the
असुरों का
benefit of
क्या?
fasting, then it is
असुरों की
appropriate. But
माँ
the mother
ये
of the
व्रत रखे
demons,
और उसके जीवन
she
में उन्हीं की
has
ममता
observed this
उत्पन्न
fast
हो,
and her desire is
तब तो ये
fulfilled.
हमारे टाइप की बात है।
That is
जब एक असुर की
something that
माता
is
की
beneficial
इच्छा
for
पूर्ण हो
us.
सकती है
So if the
तो
mother of
हम
demons
असुरों के माँ
wishes
तो
to
नहीं
be
है,
fulfilled, so
असुरों
at
की
least we are
माँ
not
तो नहीं है,
not the wives
हमारे
of
बच्चे
demons.
असुरों
or
की माता है
children,
ना, एटलीस्ट
or
ह्यूमन
mother
माता।
of demons. At least we are all humans.
ये असुरों की माता, दैत्य की माता का नाम है दीति,
So
और देवताओं की माता का नाम है
her
अदिति।
name is Diti, and the
अदिति
mother of demigods is Aditi. She kept
जिसकी
one
कथा 8वें
fast,
स्कंद में है,
which is mentioned in the eighth
और फिर
canto, that is
भगवान वामन
Payovrat,
का जन्म हुआ, वो
and
एक अलग कथा
Vaman
है।
Dev was born to
लेकिन
her,
यहाँ
but that is
असुरों की
something different.
माता ने एक
But
फर्ज
here,
रखा। अब
the mother
कथा
of
कुछ इस प्रकार से है
demons have kept this fast.
कि
So the
एक
pastime
बार
is such that once upon a time,
कश्यप जी से दीति ने निवेदन किया कि मुझे एक
so
पुत्र चाहिए,
Kashyap Ji was requested by Diti that I want
पुत्र,
son, and
क्योंकि ये
that
असुर की माँ
son,
थी, तो
as
बोले
she is
ऐसा
the mother of
पुत्र
demons,
जो इंद्र से जीत जाए,
she said that I
इंद्र
want
से
a son who
पावरफुल
can
होना
defeat
चाहिए।
Indra. He should be more
अब
powerful than
कश्यप
Lord
जी ने बोला
Indra.
कि देखो
So
पुत्र
Kashyap Ji
देना
said
ये
that
मेरा काम है,
I can
लेकिन वो पुत्र कितना
begot you a
शक्तिशाली
son,
होगा,
but
पावरफुल
how
होगा,
much
वो तो
powerful
भगवान
or
की कृपा से हो सकता
cultured
है।
he will be, that will be by the mercy of the Lord.
तो मुझे भगवान की कृपा कैसे मिलेगी, मेरी
So she
इच्छा
said,
कैसे
how
पूरी
can I
होगी?
get
देखो वहां
mercy of the Lord?
भगवान की इच्छा क्या थी कि
So
मेरा
what desired the women
स्वस्थ हो
had?
और
That
इंद्र
my
से भी ज्यादा पावरफुल हो।
son should be
अब हम
healthy
तो
and
और इच्छा कर
powerful than
सकते
Indra.
थे, कोई अन्य
But we can
इच्छा,
have any other
लेकिन वहां
desire.
इस इच्छा जब प्रकट की
But
तो
here,
कश्यप
this
जी ने कहा
desire
एक काम
was
करो, तुम पुंसवन व्रत रखो,
told, and Kashyap ji
ये
told that you
पुंसवन
keep
व्रत
this
रहने से
Punsavan Vrat or
तुम्हारी सारी
fast,
मनोकामना
and
पूर्ण
all
होगी।
your desires will be fulfilled.
तब दैत्यों की माँ दीति ने ये पुंसवन व्रत
So
रखा,
the mother of these demons
और
observed this fast,
और उस समय वो प्रेग्नेंट थी, उनके गर्भ में
and
एक पुत्र
she
था,
was pregnant and she
और
had
ये
one
व्रत
son
सिर्फ
in her
केवल
womb,
अपने पुत्र की के स्वास्थ्य के लिए
and she kept
उसने
this
ये व्रत रखा।
fast for the well-being of
और
her
ये व्रत
son.
3 महीने तक इसने रखा, और
And
उस
for
समय
3 months
देवराज
she
इंद्र
kept
को
it,
पता चल गया
and
कि असुरों
Devraj
की
Indra
माँ के गर्भ में
got to
एक
know
बालक
that,
है,
that
और वह
there
बालक
is a
आगे चलकर
son in
मुझे
the womb of
पावरफुल होने वाला है।
Diti, and he will be more
तब इंद्र
powerful
ने
than
क्या
me.
किया,
Then what did Indra
इंद्र
do?
अपना वेश बदलकर
He
इस
changed
बालक को
his
मारने
form,
के लिए दीति
and
के
to
घर पर आ
kill
गया।
this son,
अब
he
इंद्र
came to the home
काफिर
of Diti.
दीति की सेवा
He
कर रहा
came
था, और
as a
भगवान को
servant
ये
and he
जानना
was
था कि एक बार
serving
चांस
Diti,
मिले
and he was looking for an
और मैं
opportune
इस
time
बालक को मार दूं।
to kill that son in
तब
the
एक
womb
दिन क्या
of
हुआ,
Diti. So
इंद्र
one day it
5
so
महीने वहां
happened,
रुका, और
as he stayed there for
दीति जो
5
है
months,
वो
and
पुंसवन व्रत कर चुकी थी,
Diti has
और
already
उसकी
observed this
पिता जी
fast,
की मनोकामना पूर्ण हो चुकी थी,
and her
और
desire
अब
was
मेरा
fulfilled,
गर्भ जो है
that
सुरक्षित
her
होना चाहिए।
womb should be protected.
दूसरी ओर एक दिन दीति
On other hand,
प्रेग्नेंट थी,
Diti, as she
भोजन
was
किया,
pregnant,
और
she
भोजन करके बिना मुंह
had
धोए,
her
बिना मुंह साफ किए
dinner,
ही सो गई,
and without
और इंद्र को
cleaning
चांस
her
मिल गया।
mouth, she slept, and Indra
तो
got his
बिना मुंह साफ
opportunity.
किए, अब हमको ये सब सीखना चाहिए, ये सब
So
संस्कार
we should listen,
साफ
or we
किए
should.
बिना सो नहीं जाना चाहिए, मुंह साफ करके, ब्रश करके। मेरे जो डॉक्टर हैं डेंटल, हमारी निकुंज सेविका
So we
बताते हैं,
should learn that we should
उन्होंने
never
कहा है कि सुबह
sleep
ब्रश करो या
without
ना करो,
gargling. So
रात को
my
हमेशा
dentist,
ब्रश करना
Nikun
चाहिए।
Sevika Mataji, has told that
इसका
whether you
मतलब है
brush
कि
in the
सुबह
morning or
नहीं करना
not,
चाहिए, बोले
but
मुझे
at
तो
least you
ऐसा
should
पता है
brush your teeth in the evening.
कि प्राय सब लोग सुबह उठकर ब्रश करते हैं,
So usually
लेकिन
people brush
सुबह
their
ब्रश
teeth in the
करने से
morning,
अधिक इम्पोर्टेंट है रात
but
को ब्रश
it
करना,
is more important to
जिससे
brush your teeth
भौतिक और
in the
आध्यात्मिक
evening.
दोनों लाभ होते हैं। आप लोग करते ही होंगे, जो 2-5 नहीं करते हैं वो आज से शुरू कर दीजिएगा।
So you all might be doing, but if you're not doing, then you should start from today.
और हाँ, जब हम ब्रश करते तो दांत के ऊपर बिल्कुल नहा धोकर चढ़ नहीं जाना चाहिए। कुछ
So
लोग
we should
इतना
not.
ब्रश करते हैं
Some people
कि दांत को
brush
ही घिस देते
their
हैं। डॉक्टर परेशान
teeth
है
so
कि ये
hard
ब्रश
that
चल कैसे रहा था।
they just
एक्चुअली ब्रश जो है ना,
they just
वो दांतों के ऊपर
tarnish the
प्रेशर नहीं
enamels.
करना है।
So
ब्रश माने
the brush should not be
मसाज।
given by giving pressure. It should be like a massage.
शुरू हो गया साइंस।
So
ब्रश
what
माने मेंटलिटी
class
ये है
have you
कि हम
started?
हमारे जो दांत हैं और जो मसूड़े हैं उसका मसाज कर रहे हैं। कुछ लोग तो बिल्कुल ऐसे
Sometimes the people put so much pressure. So sometimes people press their brushes so hard that the enamel get destroyed. Then the dentist become helpless. So she was pregnant and she had this problem. So she slept without cleansing her mouth. And through her mouth, Indra entered Diti's womb. So this child has developed her hands and feet, etc. So he thought that rather than he killing me in the future, let me kill him in the womb itself. So Indra started to attack this child with his Vajra. So had she not observed this fast, then that child would have just destroyed on the thought by Indra. But look at the glory of this fast that Indra attacked with Vajra, and it had these 6 spikes to attack, and he tried to attack. Then the child was divided into 7 parts. So you can calculate for yourself when. So this child was divided into 7 parts, as the fast was so powerful that the child was divided, but yet it didn't got killed, and it divided into 7 children. Sometimes people get twins, and sometimes people get quadruplets, etc. But here they got 7 sons, and they all started crying. By seeing Indra attacking them, they started crying. Indra said that Ma Ruth, that you should not cry, you should not cry. She will be awake. But these kids were not listening, and this kept on crying. So Indra thought, I was worried about 1 son, but now there are 7 of them. Then Indra was agitated, and he again attacked all of them with Vraja. So in this way, each were further divided into 7 parts. So in total, they became 49. So they were thinking, if I kill them, they are getting multiplied. So just imagine what will be the potency of this fast, that even Vajra of Indra could not harm these kids. So now the 7 were crying, now 49 kids were crying. There was so much noise. Indra kept on saying, Marut, Marut, don't cry, don't cry. And because Indra has said Marut, therefore they were named as Marutgan. So there are 49 Marutgans because of this pastime. So Indra thought that, now what shall I do? They're not dying, they're just getting multiplied. So Indra thought that, thought, so, although Indra always commits some error or mistake, but there is one quality. But when he realizes that he has committed a mistake, then he accepts his mistake and he asks or seeks forgiveness. He came out of the womb, and with folded hands, he prostrated in front of Diti and told all the incident and started seeking forgiveness. As she is the wife of Kashyap Muni and she was very wise, and as she had observed this fast, she had become quite intelligent. So she said that you are agreeing on your mistake, so I will forgive you. So I wanted to get begot one son, and you have given now 49 kids. So she said that now you take all these 49 because you are worried about them, that if they attach themselves to the demons, then they will fight with you. So I tell you that these are your sons and they will serve you. And they were taken by Indra and were treated as his own brother. Then everything became auspicious. So in essence, the Indra, by whose thought only a person can die, but he attacked with Vajra these kids, but the child was protected. So what had this child performed austerity or any fasting? The child has not done anything, but the mother has performed or observed this fast. So a woman, if she wants for the society, husband or children wants to give happiness, pleasure to them, then she should observe this fast. So this is the 17th fruit, a benefit of Puns Bhagavatam. So by just listening to this, a person can attain of get fulfilled his desires. But what about observing this fast? So this fast has been told in Srimad Bhagavatam, and it is said about this fast.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. इस व्रत के विषय में कहते हैं,
So it is said in regards to this fast that in the month of Margashira and during the Vedic moon time, that is the Shukla Paksh, and one day prior to starting this fast, a person should listen to the pastime of Marudgan, and on the first day after taking the bath, we should wear white clothes and wear ornaments. And in the morning, we should not eat anything. First of all, with loving devotional service, we should pray to Lakshmi Narayan, and while doing that, we should speak this mantra or verse.
काम नमस्तुते महाविभूति पतये नमः सकल सिद्धये अलम ते निरपेक्षाय। भगवान लक्ष्मी नारायण की पूजा इस
So Lord Lakshmi Narayan should be venerated by this mantra, and the meaning is Alam is all capable, all powerful. So, oh Lord Vishnu, you are all capable and nirapekshaya. That is, you are without any desire. And we bow down at your lotus feet. You are the owner or of all the opulences and all perfection, and we prostrate in front of you. So there are three verses. So this is the second verses. So by reciting these verses, we should pray to Lord Lakshmi Narayan. And the way you are merciful, your opulence, energy is divine and transcendental. And all the qualities that should be there in the controller, you have all of those qualities. And such I bow down or prostrate in front of such Lord. And further it is said, so goddess of fortune, the wife of Vishnu ji, Vishnu Patni means wife of Vishnu ji, and who has all the divine qualities of the Lord. And please be merciful and satisfied with me. And you are the mother of the whole, all the living entities, and I bow down at your lotus feet again and again. So in this way, after venerating them by these three verses, and with this mantra, we should worship Lakshmi Narayan. This is all mentioned in Bhagavatam. So in this manner, we should offer the flower, incense, and lamp, etc., to the Lord and worship Him. And this should be done for 3 months or 1 year. And after doing the same, we should perform a fire sacrifice and offer food to the Brahmanas. So, in the 6th canto, 19th chapter, this fast is described in great detail. And it was observed by Diti, the mother of demons, and if a woman follows this, then all her desires are fulfilled. So in this manner, 17th Shrutifal Shukdev Goswami has described. So the 18th is Shrutifal is for the victory of warriors, Abhrivats. So if someone hears to this, then he can get victorious on his enemies. Srila Shukdev Goswami mentions,
ये आख्यान, ये जो कथा है,
so this pastime, as you might have understood, so this is the pastime of Lord King Chitraketu. So King Chitraketu's pastime, by listening to that pastime, it is said all kinds of bondages can be destroyed. A person can be liberated from all types of bondages in this world. We are bonded by so many boundaries. So I remember Mother Devhuti. Once Mother Devhuti asked, what is the reason of distress and unhappiness, and what should we do to get relieved of this distress? Then Kapil Shrudev replied that, in essence, it said that people think that we don't have wealth, that is why we are unhappy, because we don't have proper business or wife. So there could be multiple reasons on surface that we are happy. So he says that these are outward distresses, but he says the fundamental problem lies is bondage. And the prime reason of that bondage is that is the bondage that is on our heart, mind, and soul. And because of this bondage, we are entrapped and entangled. And what is the reason of this entanglement? Then Kapil Muni says, so the reason of distress is bondage, but the reason of bondage is our attachments. So this attachment becomes the reason of our bondage, and it in return becomes a reason of our distress and sadness. And if we want to get relieved of this, then what should we do? Then Shukdev Goswami mentions, if we are attached to people and things, then to get relieved of these, we should listen to the pastimes of King Chitraketu. So Chitraketu's pastime is in 6th canto, 14th chapter till 17th chapter. And in conclusion, he says, by listening to the pastimes of Chitraketu, we will be liberated of all the bondages. So Chitraketu, who was a great king, and he, how many wives he had, if I tell you, you won't even believe. So let me speak reasonably to you. A few days back, I was saying Katha, and I said that Chitraketu had 1,000 wives. And one place I said 1 lakh. As are the listeners, the, the similar I speak. So Shukdev Goswami says in Bhagavatam that he had 1 crore wives. I am unable to understand. We cannot see 1 crore people. It will, how much time will be? How he got married to so many women. But Shukdevji never lies, and Vedvyasji cannot write anything wrong. And it's mentioned in Bhagavatam that he had 1 crore wives, and the more stranger thing was that although he had 1 crore women, still he didn't had any children. For everybody has their own fortune and misfortune. Even if a person is rich and opulent, it's possible that they might not have a child. So, so one day the sage had the Angira Rishi had this mercy and thought that let's go and preach Chitraketu. So before they could start preaching, he started crying. He said, I'm really distressed. Such a great king who had 1 crore wives, and still he is distressed. He said, I'm distressed. He said, what happened? He said, I've married, so much time has passed, but I still don't have any children. Please be merciful and give me children. Please bless that I get a son. Angira Rishi thought that I am here to liberate him of the bondage, but he wants to get more entangled. Sometimes even sages think that whether we have gone to the home of the devotee, we should teach them some renunciation and devotional service. But what they ask or seek, that our business should work properly. We should work properly. so that we can get more entangled in this material, so that we cannot do any devotional service. So this is how Chitraketu was. Angira Rishi thought this is not an appropriate time for to counsel him. So Angira Rishi said that I give you a benediction that your son will be born, but that son will give you happiness and distress at the same time. Therefore, you should address him as Harshashok. Angira Rishi gave the benediction and went. So Chitraketu's eldest queen became pregnant and she had the son in her womb. And after 9 months, Chitraketu begot a son and he was extremely happy and satisfied. He was in bliss, complete bliss. He called all the Brahmanas and started celebrating the birth of his son. And gradually the son was getting big. So the other wives thought that this son will become the king in future and his mother will become the queen mother. So what should we do? So they decided that we should poison him and kill him. So all the wives poisoned this child, and the son which was born after so much sacrifice was killed. And when Chitraketu came to his home, and when he hold the child, he was lifeless. And after seeing his dead body, he started crying. His eyes were filled with incessant flow of tears, and he started blaming the Lord that, oh my Lord, why have you killed my son? When the child was born, he didn't even remember the Lord, but when now that he's dead, he's remembering the Lord. Chitraketu was crying, and at that same time, Angira Rishi realized and he thought that this is an appropriate time to preach to Chitraketu. Please listen carefully. When we are happy, then our heart becomes hard, and in that hard heart, we don't listen to anyone. A person who is opulent or wealthy, or he doesn't listen to anyone. Why? Because of the happiness, his heart has hardened. But when a person faces distress, our heart becomes softened. And in that soft heart, we can listen to other people and it enters our heart. So, farmers sow when there is rain and when the earth is soft, then only the grains can be grown. In hard soil, you cannot grow. So, this devotional service can also be sown in a soft heart. In hard heart, it cannot be developed or nourished. So, and our heart becomes soft only when we face distress and trouble. So, to grow the grains, we need soft soil. Similarly, to sow devotional service, the heart should be soft, and the heart gets soft when we are distressed. Therefore, this sadness or distress is beneficial for progression in devotional service. When we have distress, we should thank the Lord that in our busy life, you have given some time where we can perform your devotional service. Otherwise, we don't remember you. But now that we are distressed, now we can remember you and we can perform devotional service. So this distress reminds us of the Lord more. Therefore, in India, it is said that when someone dies, all the people are engrossed in despair, and the Brahmanas recites Garud Puran. So although when we are alive we don't understand, and when someone is dead, when we have distress, then we sit in peace. And that time, after listening to Guru Puran, two, three things will enter our life and our life will be changed or transformed. So King Chitraketu was worried. Angira Rishi thought, I cannot counsel him alone, so he took Narad Muni along with him. So Angira and Narad Muni came, and he gave Angira Rishi and Narad Muni gave counsel, and Chitraketu realized, and his heart got transformed. Almost he understood the scriptures, yet he had little despair. But what should I say? I understand this Gita and Bhagavatam, but I have lost my son. Naraji said, I can bring back your son. So for some time, by his perfection, Narad Muni made the sun alive for a while, and the sun stood up and came to Chitraketu. He said that, why are you crying? Chitraketu said that, why should I not cry? You are dead. I have lost my son, that is why I'm crying. This, you know what did the sun said? What you're saying, son, son? In this birth, I'm your son, but prior to 10 births, I was your father and you were my son. So previously, for 10 births, I was your father and you were my son. And today, I came as a son and I came. So there is nothing stable in this world. Soul is independent, it comes alone and goes alone. And I had only this much life, and that is why I left. So why do you want to cry? When the sun counseled or preached, then Chitraketu got completely renunciate. He went to the forest and started praying to Lord Sankarsana. After performing devotional service, his heart was fully engrossed in the Lord, and his devotional service was complete. And the Lord said that you can ask for any benediction. Chitraketu said, after I have attained you, what is there left to ask for more? But still, if you want to give me, then please bless me that I should keep on listening to your pastimes. But eh, to listen to the Katha, sometimes I have to go to US, London, Europe, etc., or India. So every time I have to take a visa and take passport ticket. It's such a big headache. And in immigration, they check as if we are thieves and robbers. So please do me a favor. I want to listen to your pastimes so that I can perform this service. Please give me a vehicle which can run without petrol or gasoline. And I don't require any passport or visa. And it is true that Lord Sankarshan gave Chitraketu a divine chariot, and he used to travel to listen to Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Katha. Wherever they were, the satsang or Bhagavatam, he used to go there. After attaining the Lord, only one thing remains, and that is devotee association. So now you see the devotee association that we get after attaining the Lord, we are getting it. Such a great golden time is going on. How much the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that the thing that we get after attaining the Lord, we are getting it here on this material world. So in essence, by the pastime of Chitraketu Maharaj is in the 6th canto, 14th chapter till 17th chapter. And if someone listens to this pastime, then he gets liberated from all the bondages. So for getting liberated, we should listen to this pastime. So now let's listen to the last Shrutifal, which is extremely beautiful, which can destroy our enemies. So in our life, we have so much enemy. Although I haven't made anybody my enemy, but sometimes people consider us us to us to be their enemy. Yudhishthirji never thought of Kauravas as his enemies, but Kauravas always considered him as their enemy. So first enemies are from our own society, our neighbors, etc. Then the people from other country, and the greatest enemy is our greed, lust, etc. So we have so many enemies. So to destroy all of them, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful pastime spoken by Srila Shukdev Goswami. We will listen to this pastime after a little break. Let's listen to some information regarding upcoming programs, and then we will proceed to the Katha from the mouth of Srila Shukdev Goswami.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इस लालगोविंद जी का कि इस पंचम दिवस की कथा में प्रथम सत्र के अंतर्गत बहुत सुंदर यह प्रसंग प्रभु जी ने श्रवण कराया कि पुंचावत ये नामक जो व्रत यदि करता है माताओं के लिए स्पेशल, तो किस प्रकार के वे फल को प्राप्ति करते हैं। और बहुत सुंदर इस कथा को प्रभु जी के मुखारन से हमने आस्वादन किया, तो हम धन्यवाद करते हैं। और चित्रकेतु महाराज की सुंदर कथा प्रभु जी ने हम सबको आज यहाँ पर आस्वादन कराई। और बहुत सुंदर ये प्रसंग है जहाँ पर प्रभु जी ने बताया कि कैसे अंगिरा ऋषि और नारद जी वे लोक कल्याण के लिए सदैव भ्रमण करते रहते हैं। तो उनके मन में ये सुंदर विचार आया कि कैसे हम चित्रकेतु महाराज का भी उद्धार करें, उनको भी भगवान की भक्ति में लगाए। तो इस भाव से वे गए और जहाँ पर जाकर देखा तो चित्रकेतु महाराज बड़े सम्राट होते हुए भी कुछ उनके जीवन में भी असंतोष था। तो ठीक वैसा ही शास्त्र ये जो कथा है ये बताती है कि कैसे हम सब भक्तों के पास भी ऑलवेज वी हैव समथिंग लैकिंग, कभी कभी किसी को पूछ लेंगे तो बाकी सब ठीक है, बस ये खाली एक इश्यू है, ये प्रॉब्लम है। तो ये समस्त सभी के जीवन में पाया जाता है और इसी से इसी को यही सभी का जीवन है, देखते हैं। और इस विषय को वहां से कैसे हम प्रेरणा ले सकते हैं। तो ये सुंदर उपदेश यहाँ पर इस कथा से प्राप्त होता है कि कैसे इस चित्रकेतु महाराज की कथा श्रवण करने से इस प्रकार हम उससे ऊपर उठ सकते हैं। और बहुत सुंदर नारद मुनि के द्वारा तथा वहां पर प्रीचिंग और सुंदर पुत्र ने जिसका नाम थे हर्ष शोक विवर्धन आशीर्वाद दिया था कि ये जो तुम्हारा पुत्र होगा उनका नाम हर्ष शोक रहेगा और हर्ष शोक विवर्धन। तो जैसे प्रभु जी ने बताया कि अपने जीवन में कैसे शत्रु हमें नहीं पता है कौन हमारे शत्रु है, पर यहाँ पर हमने देखा चित्रकेतु महाराज के जीवन में हमने देखा उनकी जो जिस पत्नी को पुत्र हुआ था उसके अपार्ट फ्रॉम जो अदर रेस्ट पत्नियां थी, रेस्ट रानियां थी, उनको ही उससे द्वेष था, ईर्ष्या थी। इसके फलस्वरूप उनको उन्होंने मार देना सोचा। तो कहीं ना कहीं प्रभु जी ने बताया कि जैसे शत्रु हमारे आसपास ही है, ठीक है ना, ये नहीं है कि ये पड़ोस का देश हमारा शत्रु है, नहीं, कहीं ना कहीं शत्रु हमारे अंदर ही बैठे हैं। जैसे भगवान कहते हैं ये जो मन है, मतलब ये जो इंद्रियां हैं, अनकंट्रोल्ड सेंसेस है, दे आर आवर बिगेस्ट एनिमी एक्चुअली। मना स्तु परम कारण, जो मन ही है हमारा ये हमारा शत्रु है अगर वो कंट्रोल में नहीं है। तो बहुत सुंदर यह प्रसंग है जहाँ पर प्रभु जी बता रहे हैं कि कैसे यह सुंदर कथा श्रवण करने से हम हमारे जीवन में उस उच्च अवस्था को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। और जो कथा अभी हमें शेष श्रवण करनी है प्रभु जी के मुखारविंद से, उसमें कैसे हम उन शत्रुओं के ऊपर विजय प्राप्त कर सकते हैं जो कि हमारे इर्द गिर्द ही कहीं ना कहीं है। तो excited to hear about it, but before we go for that, I would like to let you all know that जो आने वाला कार्यक्रम है हमारा, उस विषय में कुछ यहाँ पर आप सबको सूचित करना चाहते हैं। और बहुत सुंदर ये भागवत कथा यहाँ पर हम श्रवण कर रहे हैं। और आने वाली जो हमारा इस अमृत चर्चा परिवार में फिर से जो हमारा मिलना होगा इस भागवत कथा को लेके, दैट विल बी दैट इज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय आवर भारद्वाज फैमिली, जो कि लोकेटेड है दिल्ली से ही। और बहुत सुंदर पर्व आ रहा है, भगवान श्री नरसिंह देव जी का प्राकट्य दिन 4 मई को, और उसी के उपलक्ष्य में, उसी के ओकेजन के उपलक्ष्य में यहाँ पर हम इस कथा को श्रवण करने जा रहे हैं। तो 27 अप्रैल से लेकर 3 मई तक ये यूएस के समय में, यूएस के लिए डेट्स हैं। और यूएस के लिए जो समय है इस बार, जो ईस्टर्न यानी ईस्टर्न स्टैंडर्ड टाइम के अनुसार रात को 8 से लेकर 11 बजे है। और उसके पश्चात जो भारत में ये कथा होगी, दैट विल बी ऑन 28 अप्रैल टिल 4 मई। तो आने वाली 28 अप्रैल से लेकर 4 मई तक सुबह 5:30 बजे से लेकर 8:30 बजे। तो समय में बदलाव है, आप इस चीज को नोट कीजिएगा। और आने वाले दिनों में हम अर्ली मॉर्निंग हम मिलेंगे और इस कथा को सुबह सुबह में श्रवण करेंगे हमारे लिए। तो ये बड़ा एक जीवन में, जैसे बताया प्रभु जी ने कि परिस्थिति कभी हम जगेंगे, मतलब हम लोग एट दिस मोमेंट वी आर अवेकिंग लेट, हम लोग रात तक जग रहे हैं। बट आने वाले समय में जो हमारे अमेरिका के ड्यूटीज हैं जो कि मॉर्निंग में आनंद ले रहे हैं, वो रात को आनंद लेंगे। हम लोग ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में इस कथा को श्रवण करेंगे। तो ये स्विचिंग होता रहेगा जीवन में, बट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट हमें कथा श्रवण करनी है। और ये सुंदर अवसर हमारे जीवन में आ रहे हैं, जैसे कि अभी नरसिंह चतुर्दशी आ रही है, बहुत सुंदर भगवान नरसिंह देव का ये कथा है। और भगवान के अनेक अवतारों में से ये एक दिव्य अवतार है। तो इसकी कथा श्रवण करेंगे। तो आप सब मेक श्योर करें आने वाले समय में अवश्य हमसे जुड़े। और जुड़ने के पश्चात आप इस फ्लायर को भी शेयर करें अन्य स्नेही जनों में, जिससे कि वे भी इस कथा के माध्यम से हमारे साथ में जुड़े, वे भी अपने जीवन को धन्य कर सके। So same user ID and password will be applicable here as well, which is 876109599032 और 1008 यही पासवर्ड है। और इसी के माध्यम से आप हमारे साथ में जुड़ सकते हैं। और 7567567530 इस पर व्हाट्सएप कर दीजिएगा अगर आपको इस फ्लायर को प्राप्त करना है। तो यहाँ से आपको ये फ्लायर भी मिल जाएगा, जिससे कि आप अपने मित्रों को, स्नेहियों को इसमें आमंत्रित कर सके। सो होप फॉर दैट कि आप आने वाले दिनों में भी इस प्रकार हमारे साथ में जुड़े रहेंगे। और इस कथा का आज पुनावती दिन है, तो कथा के शेष कार्यक्रम, इस कथा के पुनावती के बाद हम सब लोग एक अनुमोदन का कार्यक्रम रखते हैं, जहाँ पर भक्तों को अपने भाव को प्रकट करने की तीव्र इच्छा रहती है। और समय ना होने के कारण कभी कभी अवसर नहीं प्राप्त होता है। बट हियर now we have sufficient time right now at the moment, so हम लोग भक्तों को निवेदन करेंगे कि वे भी आए और अपने भाव को प्रस्तुत करें। साथ ही साथ यहाँ पर प्रतिदिन इस अमृत चर्चा प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम यहाँ पर कथा श्रवण, ना कि खाली कथा नहीं श्रवण करते हैं, परंतु साथ बैठकर भगवान नाम का जप भी करते हैं। तो कह सकते हैं ये जो हमारा अमृत चर्चा परिवार है, ये चलता फिरता मंदिर है, जहाँ से हम हमारे आवश्यकता की समस्त वस्तुएं प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। भगवान नाम जप, भगवत कथा। तो आप सबसे अनुरोध है कि आप इसमें अवश्य जुड़िए। प्रतिदिन ये सुबह 5:30 से 7:30 बजे होती है, और भारत के लिए सुबह 5:30 से 7:30 और अमेरिका के लिए 8 से 10 के समय के अनुसार होती है। मेक श्योर करें यही यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड के साथ में यह होता है, ताकि आप सब इसमें जुड़ सके और अपने जीवन को और अधिक कृष्णमय कर सके। सो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आइए हम निवेदन करते हैं पुनः श्रीमान लालगोविंद जी से कि भविष्य से इस कथा को श्रवण करें। धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्ण।
पठेयुराख्या नमिदं सदा बुधा शृण्वन्त्ययर्थोर्प पर्वणि पर्वणीन्द्रियम् धन्यं यशस्यं निखिलाद मोचनम् धन्यं यशस्यं निखिलाद्य मोचनम् रिपुञ्चयं स्वस्तयनं तथायुषम्। इस प्रकार
So in this manner,
भागवत श्रुतिफल कथा में
in the Katha of all the Shrutifal, we have so far in this Katha heard the 7 Shrutifal and their pastimes. Although this Katha was done for 5 days, but we have discussed 7 benefits of Srimad Bhagavatam. First, Maitre Vidur conversation, which gives us opulence and wealth. Then second was the pastime of King Bharat, by listening to which we can get liberation. After that, third was the cosmic world can make us realize the presence of the Lord. Then the fourth was Narayan Kavach, which can destroy all our distresses. After that, the fifth was Shishumar, the pastime of Shishumar Chakra or wheel, which can destroy all our sins. Sixth is Punsavan Vrat and its pastime, which can provide happiness and satisfaction to women. All her desires can be fulfilled by observing the same. And the seventh was the pastime of King Chitraketu, which can liberate us from all the bondages. So, in 7 days Katha, we listen to 7, but we are listening to the 8th, which you can see in front of your screen. Shri Shukdev Goswami, in the 6th canto, 13th chapter, 23rd verse, 6.13.23, Srimad Bhagavatam, he says, if someone reads this, then he becomes wise and intelligent forever. Person does not only becomes wise and intelligent by going to school, college, but by listening to this pastime, a person becomes intelligent and wise. So in this, so this pastime during the time of festivities, if it is heard, then a person becomes opulent, he gets fame, dhanya means wealth, yasha means fame, and agamochanam, and he gets relieved of all his sins. Ag means sin. And what is the most important benefit? That is Ripunjayam. He becomes victorious on his enemies. So the primary fruit is the victory over enemies. So in Bhagavad, there are so many types of enemies. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says our lust and anger is our utmost enemies. So to attain victory over our enemies, this pastime is spoken by Srila Shukdev Goswami to Parikshit, and it is the pastime of the victory of King Indra. So you can see how Indra kills Vritrasur, and in this battle he becomes victorious. So if someone listens to this pastime, then they become victorious over their enemies. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a pastime which is beautifully described, that is the victory of demigod Indra. So outwardly we can see that Indra got victorious, but inwardly Chitraketu became victorious. So in the world also it so happens that in the eyes of materialists some people are victorious, but in essence they are the people who are defeated. So we can see Indra is victorious and Chitrasur defeated. But when we listen to this pastime, we realize that actually Vritrasur got victorious and Indra got defeated. So you all are aware of the pastime. Previously, we have heard that Indra made Vishwarup his spiritual master, and he gave him Narayan Kavach in exchange. And by reciting that, he became powerful and his kingdom was stabilized. Then Indra tell Vishwarup that you should do one thing. You should keep on performing the fire sacrifice on a daily basis in my premises. So Vishwarup was performing this fire sacrifice and he had these three heads. So with his two heads, he used to venerate for the demigods, but with one head, he was venerating for the demons because his mother was from the demon clan. So one day Indra realized and he chopped off all the heads of Vishwarup. So first he disrespected one spiritual master and the second spiritual master was killed by him. And after doing that, Indra got the grave sin of killing a Brahmana and spiritual master. And the sin is very grave. And because of that, to liberate Indra from that sin, some people helped him. It is said Mother Earth took the 25% of his sin and by that it got barren land where nothing can be grown. And Indra said that you have done such a great job, helped me a lot, so I give you a benediction that you will never have holes. Then the 25% sin was taken by the trees. And since they have taken that, and the result of that was they started getting gum. So when they make a sweet preparation, they add good or gum. But Shukdev Goswami says that if someone eats that gum, he gets the sin of Brahma Hatya or killing a Brahmana. So 25% was taken by Mother Earth, other was taken by tree, the rest 25% was taken by water. And as he took it, the water started getting froth. Shukdevji says we should drink water, but that froth, if we drink that, we will get the sin of killing a Brahmana. So the remaining 25% was taken by the women of the world. Men didn't do anything. The women took this in, and after taking this sin from them, they started getting menstrual cycles. So in this manner, Indra got relieved of the sin of killing a Brahmana. But now what should he do? He went with Brahmaji to Lord Vishnu. On the other hand, what happened? Twashta realized that his son was killed by Indra. He was a spiritual master and also my son, and he organized a fire sacrifice. And from that, a person will emanate who will kill Indra. But there was some error in that sacrifice, and the result was inverted, and a great demon was born, and that demon was none other than Vritrasur. And he took a huge form in in a few minutes, and he started racing Indra or instigated him to fight. And then there was a fight between them. Indra had this confidence that I will kill him. He attacked him, Vitrasur, with his club, but Vitrasur took it as an insect and threw it back on Indra. And carefully he attacked not him but his elephant. And his elephant Eravat became unconscious until today. Indra is in shock. Had this club fallen not on the elephant and on me, then I won't have been in this world. So Indra was distressed that this demon will destroy. So Brahmaji went to Vishnuji, and Vishnu said that I cannot do anything. You can only get mercy by a Brahmana. So he said that you should go and ask bones of Dadichi Muni, and Indra said that can you send me to someone else? So he said, is there any problem? He said, yes. He said, I have a problematic relation with Dadichi. I have cut his throat. I even don't know whether he is dead or alive because I have killed him or beheaded him. But by the mercy of Ashwini Kumara's, Dadichi Rishi was alive. He said, you should go. He's not like you. He is an exalted, stalwart devotee. And he is a true Vaishnava who understands the distress or trouble of others. So Indra went to Naimisharanya, that hermitage of the Rishi, and requested, please die and give us your bones so that we can make Vajra and be saved. So the Dichi first refused. He said that, how can I do that? You are straight away asking my life. Then the Dichi Rishi said a beautiful thing. He said that this life is temporary and one day this body is going to turn into ashes. And before that, if my body can be used for benefit of others, then there can be nothing far better than that. So we should make our body work so hard so that we can benefit others. Otherwise, this body is anyways going to get destroyed one day. So the Dichi Rishi said, please don't worry, I will give you my body. And the Dichi gave. And the saints in Gujarat have written beautifully.
ને વાસાનું કરવા વજલ દધીચી ઋષિને દેવતા યાચે ને વાસાનું કરવા વજલ હે કુહાડે જેના અંગડા કાપ્યા ને હે કુહાડે જેના અંગડા કાપ્યા ત્યારે મળ્યા ભગવાન મેરા મણ માજાન મૂકે અને છેલ્યો સતના ચૂકે હું ભાગું તો મારી બોમ કાલાજે ને ભોરિંગ જીલેન ઘા મેરું સરીખા ડોલવા લાગે આકાશ ના આધાર મેરા મણ માજાન મૂકે અને છેલ્યો सतना चुके। हमारे देश की ये महिमा है भक्तों। हमारे देश में लोगों ने
This is the glory of our country. Our country knows how to sacrifice for others. In the kingdom of Shivi Maharaj, a pigeon came to and said that please protect me. And the king of our country cut his own flesh to save that pigeon. King Harishchandra, who had dreamt that he has given charity to Vishwamitra, he gave it everything to him. And here the Dichi Rishi, whom was killed by Indra, but still when he requested him, he went into a trance and stabilized his soul. And the Dichi gave his bones and life to Indra. And it is said that people who are not charitable to do charity on such people, Indra had mistreated him, killed him, but still he helped. That is the behavior of a sage or a saint. So the bones of the Dichi Rishi were taken. Vishwakarma, who made Vajra, and by taking this Vajra, Indra came where? On the battlefield to face with Vitrasur. So now Indra has this Vajra and Vitrasur had a trident of Lord Shiva and they are facing each other. Then Vitrasur got this news. And what was that? That Indra had gone to Lord Vishnu and Vishnu had sent him to the Dichi Rishi. And he has came here by preparing Vajra by bones of the Dichi Rishi. So he said that the Lord has decided. So I am supposed to die for sure, and nothing can happen without his motivation. So Vitrasur was ready and he is telling Indra, what are you looking at? Take out your Vajra and kill me. Indra had this Vajra, but he's unable to attack. Vitrasur is instigating, telling him to kill him. But Indra is not attacking. Indra still is in doubt that last time he had hit me with the club and my elephant was attacked. So if I attack with Vajra, then he might attack me with Vajra. So just compare these two characters here. Indra was told by the Lord that this Vajra can kill, but still he doesn't have faith. But this demon has complete faith that if the Lord has said that I'm going to die, then I'm going to die definitely. So kill me. So Vitrasur is praying to Indra to kill him, but Indra is not listening. Then Vitrasur lost his control. So people who don't listen, why should I make them listen? So he thought in his heart, why am I requesting you? You're not listening. Anyways, so if I want to put a request, then I will request to the Lord. So now, rather than requesting Indra, he started venerating the Lord. And what does he says? It's a beautiful prayer by him.
हरे तव पादे कमूलम दासानु दासो भवितास्मि भूय। गाइए। अहम हरे तव पादे कमूलम दासानु दासो भवितास्मि भूय। मन स्मरेत सुपते गुणास्ते गृणीत्वा कर्म करोतु काय। मैं हजारों बार इस श्लोक की व्याख्या कर चुका हूं।
I have interpreted this verse 1,000 times, and I had performed a katha for 6 days. I just spoke on this verse, but today I'm thinking something different. I'm seeing this as a new verse. I haven't said or interpreted this before like this. He said, Aham Hare, O Lord, I want to be the servant of your servant. So far, whatever interpreted, I have said that, O Lord Hare, O Lord Vishnu, O Krishna, I want to be the servant of your servant. But today, I think here the meaning is not Hari or Vishnu, but here Hare is Srimati Radharani. We speak the Mahamantra. What do we recite? We say Hare Krishna. So what does Hare implies there? That is the internal potency of the Lord Srimati Radharani. And here he is remembering Srimati Radharani. The servants of the servant of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, and I want to be their servant. So in Srimad Bhagavat, we can see a glimpse of Gaudiya disciplic succession. Here is the Radha Bhav. So who says that there is no mention of Srimati Radharani in Bhagavatam? Hare Krishna is Radha Krishna, and here Hare means Radha, and he is remembering Radharani. I'm speaking this for the first time. So why you want to be the servant of Radhika? He said that in my previous life, I was the servant of Lord Krishna, and I've seen the result. I am a demon in my next birth. I prayed to Sankarshana, I prayed to Krishna, and I became a demon. But now I will not worship him, I will worship Srimati Radharani. So I will follow Srimati Radharani and perform my devotional service. So in this manner, Vitrasur prays, he says, my heart should always remember you, and with my body and speech I should serve you. The Lord said that, Vritrasur, do you want anything? Vritrasur said, I don't want anything from you. He adds further,
नाकप्रीष्टम् न च पारमेष्ठ्यम् न सार्वभौमम् नरसाधिपत्ये न योगसीते अपुनर्भवं वा समञ्जसत्वा वीरह्य कांक्षे। न नहीं चाहिए नाक।
he says, I don't want naak.
नहीं चाहिए। क्या नहीं चाहिए?
So we don't need.
देखो श्लोक में क्या लिखे? न नाक, that's it।
So in the verse it is said, naak. We don't need
आप भी कह दो
the naak.
नाक नहीं चाहिए।
You should also tell them.
कर दे दो।
You should
भाई ये नाक नहीं चाहिए।
tear away your nose.
यहाँ पर नाक
I don't
का
require
अर्थ
this
क्या
no.
है?
But here, what is the meaning of this naak?
संस्कृत भी कुछ विशेष भाषा है।
Sanskrit is a very special language.
नाक माने स्वर्ग।
So here, naak means heaven, not the nose. So if you ask me how, then if we break this word, na, a, and ka. So there are three words or alphabets. So let's start from the ka. So ka or k stands for happiness. And if we put a or a, then it becomes opposite. So now it means dukh. And after that, what is added? No. No, a, ka. So ak means sadness, but if we put na, then it negates. So that implies that the place where you will not have any distress, that is heaven. Therefore, it is addressed as naak. So Vitrasur adds, I don't need heaven. I don't even want the position of Brahma or Brahmaloka. No, neither I desire the kingdom of the world, nor I want perfection. Then the Lord says, at least ask something. So he said that I don't want anything from you, but if you want to give me, then I desire you. I want to have an audience with you. In Kartik month, we sing or recite Damodar Ashtakam. When Satyavrat Muni appears in front of the Satyavrat Muni, the Lord appears, and what does Satyavrat Muni says?
Deva moksham na mokshavatim va na chanya vrineham vareshadapiha. Varam deva moksham na mokshavatim va na chanya vrihenam vareshadapi. इदं तेव पुरनाथ गोपाल बालम इदं तेव पुरनाथ गोपाल बालम सदा मे मनस्या वीरास्ताम की मन्ये। श्री सत्यव्रत मुनि कहते हैं,
Sri Satyavrat Muni says, "You are all capable to give me anything. You can give me anything under the sun. But, oh my Lord, I don't want anything from you, but I need you. But how can a demon like me attain you? So therefore, if you want to give me another birth, then at the end he says beautifully." So he says Uttama Shlok, that is Jane Shu. That means the Vaishnavas or your devotees or devotees of the Lord. So I should have friendship with them. I don't need anything else, because if I get the devotees, then one day at least I will attain the Lord for sure. So Vibhishan met Hanumanji, then only he met Ram. So if we meet devotee, then we will definitely meet the Lord or attain the Lord. So in this world, by the virtue of our sins while roaming through the material world, your material energy, I should not get attached to your inferior energy, and I don't get entangled in her, and I get or become friends with your devotees. So in this manner, he venerates the Lord. And when he prays to the Lord in this manner, then Indra got some confidence and he started attacking Vitrasu. So when he started cutting, so for whole 1 year, Indra in so Indra had to chop Vitrasur for whole 1 year. Then after that he died. So if someone listens to this pastime, then he becomes victorious on his enemies. So in essence, we have heard the benefit of the pastime. So in the previous katha, we had heard about the 11 benefits of fruits. So this time we have heard the 8. So in total, so far, we have in part 1 and part 2 in total, we have heard about the 9 fruits of Srimad Bhagavatam. So there are almost like 50 truths or Shrutifal. So in upcoming kathas, we will discuss about the others as well and make our life beneficial. So all you have been listening with so much love, patience. I'm really grateful to all of you. And I want to especially thank the Lees and Patel family. And I remember their ancestors. I want to thank Sadhu Marga Prabhu, Padma Mataji, that you have given a beautiful support to organize this beautiful katha and given us an opportunity to speak and listen to the Bhagavatam katha. So Sadhu Marga Prabhu, he is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada ji. He's a direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada ji. And you can see. And I want to thank Bhavna Patel Mataji, who has given a beautiful support, and they have a great desire. Please accept our humble obeisances, Sadhu Marg Prabhuji, and by his mercy and blessings, we have concluded this katha. So I was just saying, Bhavna Mataji has this desire that her family and children and husband should come into the fold of spiritual. Everybody, according to their karma, serve the Lord. Some take time and some do that instantly. So it's just a matter of time. So we should not get much worried, but we should still pray for Bhavna Mataji that her family also perform loving devotional service to the Lord and in this birth attain the Lord. So I'm really grateful to Padma Mata, Bhakti Marg Prabhu, Bhavna Mataji, but we all are bound by the time factor. So I just conclude my, this is the 358th Katha, Bhagavat Shrutifal. Let's conclude it with Jai Jaikar.
के